perform the indicated operations, number 13. So we have a fraction divided by another fraction. As you know, to divide the fractions, we are going to keep the first fraction, which is 2x squared minus x minus 3 over x plus 1 squared. We're going to change division to multiplication and take the reciprocal of the second fraction, i.e. just flip it. So we are going to have 10x minus 15 over 4x squared minus 12x plus 9. Now, in order to be able to simplify this, we want to find common factors in the numerator and denominator so we can cancel and simplify. So because of that, we're going to try to factor all these two trinomials and this binomial. Well, one way to factor this trinomial is trial and error. So let's do that. So we are going to write this as a product of two binomials. Factors of 2x squared are x and 2x, because x times 2x is 2x squared. Well, the factors of 3 are 1 and 3, so we're going to write either 1, 3, or 3, 1. And since their product must be negative 3, it's going to be either x plus 1 and then 2x minus 3, or the other way around, minus plus. And then we're going to try. 1 times 2x is 2x. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. So we have 2x minus 3x, which gives you negative x, the middle term. So that works. Now again, instead of doing the way I did, it's a good idea to factor all of those three polynomials, this, that, and that, on a scratch separate place, and then put the result, the factored the product of binomials here. Okay, x plus 1 squared. I'm going to erase this just to save space. Now this denominator is already factored. X plus 1 squared is just x plus 1 times x plus 1 times. And the numerator here we have difference of two terms. We have a binomial, and the only way to factor this is to find the greatest common factor. For 10 and 15 it's 5, so we're going to factor out 5, and inside of parentheses we're going to get 2x, because 10x divided by 5 is 2x, or 5 times 2x is 10x. 10 minus 3, because negative 15 divided by 5 is minus 3, or 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. On the bottom here we have another trinomial, and we still can use trial and error. Or factors of 4x squared are 2x and 2x. Factors of 3 are 3 and 3, either positive 3 times positive 3 or negative times negative. But since the middle term is negative, it must be negative. And then by doing the distribution, we'll see 2x times 2x is 4x squared. Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. And negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. Actually, let me do it the following way. Negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. 2x times negative 3 is negative 6x. If you add, you get negative 12x, which is the middle term there. Now, instead of doing it right here the way I just did and erased, again, as I said before, you're going to take this trinomial, use your scratch, a separate space on the paper, and factor it, and then put the result here. Okay, now we are going to find common factors in the denominator and numerator and cancel. And here what happens is the following. X plus 1, x plus 1, that will cancel. 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3, since we have multiplied, we cancel, will cancel, and that 2x minus 3 will cancel with this. So what is left on the top, what is left on the top is just 5. Oh, sorry. It's just 5. And the bottom, we are going to just have this x plus 1 because everything else is cancelled. And by looking on the options, we see that is C. Now, going back to factoring this trinomial, you could have recognized this also as a perfect square, which gives you actually just 2x minus 3 squared. You could have just on a side here, let me just do the following. You could have recognized that 4x squared minus 12x plus 9 is actually 2x squared. 4x squared is 2x squared. 9 is 3 squared, and that is minus 2 times 2x times 3. So you could have recognized this as 2x, the first term, minus 3, the second term, squared. But if you didn't, you could just do a trial and error method to factor this, just as a side note.